or give you an opportunity to ask any questions at -8. If any of that caused any issues. Today, we're going to continue on with these types of problems. The final problem on 9-8 was the lead-in to what we're doing today. And that is going to all different parts of the. So, did you have trouble on any of these? 9-8, limiting reactant. I hope you watched the reaction. Did anybody see the reaction demo? Anybody watch it? Pretty cool. The barking dog demo is pretty cool to watch. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It really does make the homework a little more interesting when you realize that these are actual chemical reactions. What kind of questions do we have? On the first one, are there any issues? Did you have a chance to check the answer key out? Correct your work. How about the second part there? Very much like the first one, obviously. Questions on this. Are there any issues on how you knew what the limiting reactant was? The nitrous or dinitrogen monoxide or nitrous oxide? Everybody's understanding the thought process, I hope. And if not, now's the time to ask. How about figuring out how much of the excess reactant you really needed? The excess reactant being the carbon disulfide. How about figuring out how much remains? We're good there? Percent yield? And then how about our little trampoline problem, which brings us into the next type of calculations that we're going to be doing. We still know how, we have to know how to do mass to mass on the exam. Limiting reactant problem. There'll be problems just like this on the exam, just like yesterday on the exam. But how do we feel about this kind of problem? Because you can do a limiting reactant problem that's not mass to mass. You can do it volume to volume. You can do it anyway. Any types of conversions. How do we feel about this? Are you comfortable with the chart? Are you having any problems whatsoever? All right. With that said, if we're comfortable with what we're doing, we will move on to 9-9. The chart should be there for you to use. The periodic table should be there for you to use. The answer is there for you to use correctly. Try the problem, then compare your work to it. Go through the thought process. And you can use that answer key as a learning tool. If you have any questions on the homework as you're working through this or the practice problems as you're working through this, please just be sure to ask.